Hi, welcome back. My name is Jessica, and this is J. Gilly Tarot. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you may do so at any time at jgilly.com. That's JGILLY.com. All right, so let's get into it. First off, I want to say this is all for entertainment purposes only and all allegedly, not fact, just my psychic opinion. All right. So last night I had a lucid dream of Erika, Kirk, and Candace Owens. Dun dun dun. It was so vivid. I don't know if you've guys been just having crazy dreams since the eclipse like myself, but whoa. I mean, a whole nother level of a veil being lifted to the spirit realm, I feel. I've just been the observer. It's been quite the ride and just getting tons and tons of downloads. And so, with my dream last night, I knew it was time to pop on here again and give a channeled message. I knew that Charlie Kirk was calling me to do another video and it was time. So also like and subscribe. I'm trying to get my subscribers, uh my count up because I want to go live. I want to interact with people instead of just talking to myself and pre-recording. I want to create a community. So come on, let's get those likes, shares, and subscribes up. Okay, I would really appreciate it. So thanks in advance. All right. So, the dream last night. I was at a like resort trade show convention type thing where a lot of people were meeting that flew in. Some people were hired to perform at this convention. Some people were giving talks. There were journalists, there were dancers, all kinds of entertainment. And I was just a speck of awareness. So, off in a corner in this dream that I was lucidly aware while in the sleep state. In the dream, I saw Candace Owens off in the corner next to like a little cafe, like a Starbucks cafe. She had a silk floral pattern button down blouse on, and she had some cute flat tennis shoes, kind of like Vans, but not really Vans, and some jeans on. She kind of was giving off like in her tourist garb or like, travel garb type thing. She looked a little dressed down than normal. And she was off with her microphone, just like reporting on everything, like, la, 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 like the word ninja she is. And I got to say, I was like kind of chuckling off to the side because Erika Kirk was in this horrible Disney princess pink cupcake dress costume looking thing, not pulling it off well, I might add. And it looked itchy. She had her left shoulder exposed from the costume, and she was being coached almost like she was on Dancing with the Stars, like a little excerpt or something for this convention. Really weird, I know. And she was being coached on how to expose, to reach her form that was needed to expose her shoulder and her collarbone, which is, odd. She was sweating buckets, though, so nervous. And Candace Owens was reporting on like a play by play, and she was sweating, Erika. It was like she was exposed, which also the symbolism of the left shoulder, her costume, she was being exposed. She was worried about performing correctly and constantly relying on the words and advice of her coach. And the coach was real stuffy, almost like a beauty queen, like coach that was very superficial and materialistic and kind of harsh. And sidebar, when I get references to the left shoulder, I know, like with clients and people that I read, and just with Reiki, the map of the body and our emotional conflicts connected to physical ailments, injuries in our bodies, it's always connected to in the left shoulder, our feminine psychic side, the receiver side, and control or power struggles. Sometimes with my clients with like a frozen shoulder, I will pick up that they have control struggles, power struggles, tug of wars with their mother figure. And so I downloaded this in the dream as a speck of awareness that Erika Kirk has a lot of competition or a tug of war game with her own mother. Then I also got the download that Erika Kirk was using her feminine wiles to wield power over an audience, the onlookers, the spectators, but that she wasn't feeling like she was doing a good job. Someone was hot on her tail. Someone was making her sweat. I imagine it's Candace Owens. And so keep going, girl. You're cornering her. And this is probably also why I saw Candace Owens in a corner, because her words, her commentating was cornering Erika. Erika was so worried in the dream about performing wrong, messing up the choreography, messing up the routine as she was coached exactly to do it. I just kept remembering in the dream that like the coach was like, arch your back, elongate your neck, like all these different moves that Erika like couldn't contort herself into. So I find that fascinating. I personally, when I watch any interview or news outlet that has her speaking, on it, she just looks very uncomfortable, can't read the teleprompter very well. She forgets her lines. It feels very rehearsed, and then she kind of fumbles it always. And yeah, there's just something artificial, something disingenuine about her grieving process with her husband. I just have to be honest. And I find it to be a little bit horrific that she hides behind the facade of being this wholesome Christian. So I had that dream, and then I was guided. I don't watch many Candace videos on Charlie Kirk because I like to go in blind. I've been getting downloads for like a couple weeks now, and I don't want to be swayed. I want to just intuit um, from a fresh slate. I just want to be guided by my intuition solely and my guides. And but anyway, they guided me to go watch the most recent video. And boy, did I learn a lot there. I was kind of like flabbergasted that in my part 1 reading, I intuited September 9th as a very significant day for exposed text messages and a Taurus energy. Well, later on, I learned that Candace Owens is a Taurus, which I would have assumed she was like a Gemini ninja because she's so wordy. But it makes sense. Maybe she has a Gemini moon or something, or a heavy Gemini in her chart. Why she's so good with journalism and detailed information. But nonetheless, fascinating. It's crazy. Uh, the dots that I was connecting just by flying by the seat of my pants as a psychic. And so, yeah, I don't know why. Charlie Kirk keeps coming to me in the dream state, and I feel him sometimes, but I'm going to trust it. I'm going to trust my skill set. And if it helps anybody, then good. I think we're in a pivotal moment in our history where the spiritual war is amping up, and it's the changing of the guards, where the power is taking a huge shift into the hands of the masses. We're getting full disclosure. It's just a unique time. And I say that with um, the encouragement of all of you to start on the local level, speaking out or speaking up against things that you see that just don't sit with you in the right way. The children need us, and that's ultimately why I'm doing this. We need to save the children. We need to stop other Epstein files from uh, Epstein like situations and scenarios of the files. This needs to stop, these crimes against humanity. And it runs deep, and it will touch us, every single one of us, in some way, somehow, by 6 degrees of separation. And it starts with us, the people on the ground. And I've been a nuisance lately on social media. I haven't been rude. I've been very polite, but when I see weird posts that have PDF symbolism and they're trying to spin it off like a tech company and things like that, people that I thought were wholesome, reputable spiritual leaders, I've been unfollowing. Like, it's my job, because you just never know when someone's contaminated and they can't see what they're really subscribing to. So, or maybe they can, and they're just now being seen. I don't know. But it takes your own discernment. It takes your free will choice with the utmost intention in what you choose to allow in your news media bubble, what you digest, reading, listening to, watching, those kinds of things. So yeah, back to the dream. The overall download I got was that Erika Kirk is cornered. There's going to be a Disney princess fall from grace. She is sweating bullets, sweating buckets. And in the video that I watched that was just recently posted with Candace Owens, she had 3 questions mid-video that she was reaching out, asking everyone if they had any tips. And I just thought it might be insightful to open my channel up and see what comes through in answering those questions. All right, so let's get into it. Again, for entertainment purposes only. All right. Protect me in God's white light. Can you tell us about what is going to go down with Erika Kirk? Is more going to be exposed about her child T, we'll call it, and the prosperity ring on the heels of these Jillian texts? What can we expect? Oh, she's going to go into hiding. She has a tower moment coming within the next 2 weeks to 2 months. The moon is sticking out at me on the 8 of Cups card, meaning she's going to try and hide from the secrets that are being exposed. She's putting up a good fight. She has a really hard exterior, and I gotta say, she's a little scary when she gets mad in those interviews. She does a really bad job of hiding her rage. And that must be the demonic entity that is attached to her. Is she in a power struggle with her mother? Yes, and she's losing. Why? What are they having a tug of war over? It has to do with something in her root upbringing. I'm getting like a connection to maybe her education, early education, lack of celebration, lack of a sense of home and roots. There's also a lack of recognition. One of them, either her mom or her, is feeling like the other is outshining or has taken over the spotlight. Like I said, I feel that Erika Kirk is quite ruthless in her competition with women in particular. You know, that left shoulder, the feminine energy, she uses it almost as a weapon. But there's also a lot of masculine energy underneath the surface. It's like a snake in the grass. They come out of nowhere. Um, yeah, I think Erika Kirk is going to go into hiding. I'm also picking up a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo male energy that's like giving a PR vibe, a, you know, scrubber, someone that's going to take over her voice on platforms because she's been messing up so much. She's been fumbling the the words in the bag, I heard, so to speak. Like I said, the overall energy when I tap in right now to Erika Kirk's energy is like she is flapping. She is spiraling. So good on you, Candace Owens. You're getting to her. You're making her crack. She's kind of being dismantled right now. The character, the Disney princess, is being dismantled. And does it have to do with are the Jillian texts what's causing her to unravel? Yes. This is what's going to cause her to go into hiding. Is anyone else going to come forward with information? Yes. Also, a little boy or someone that was groomed as a little boy by Erika. This also reminds me, my guides are reminding me. So, in the second reading, I picked up that the son of Charlie Kirk, there's something in question about the DNA. Now, Charlie Kirk told me he raised him as if he was his son, but did not know that there was some DNA switching or tampering with. So I got the message, the channeling from Charlie that DNA is in question there. And he just said, why is it that they only publicly report on things with his daughter? Is his daughter named Gigi? Leave a comment below. But I'm getting like it's weird that they're only including in like news articles only about his daughter. That's weird, right? Also, I'm hearing the name Anna. I don't know what this has to do with, but I'm just gonna spit it out there, throw it out there. Verbal diarrhea, anything goes in these channelings. Lots of money is changing hands right now under his company or under his name, under his guise. He's not happy about it. He's telling me right now, he might have asked for a separation or divorce the night before his passing. And Erika is getting creative in how to cover this up. Are there text messages from Erika's phone that are going to be exposed? Yes. A Virgo woman. What else is going to be exposed? Secrets about flight logs. Three main points or three main flights the day of his passing are coming to light. And Erika might be thrown under the bus by Turning Point USA, I just heard. When is this happening? Within 2 months from now? I'm getting a reference to satellite logs. I don't know how you would log a flight. Know nothing about that. Satellite. And then I heard airwaves. I don't know if like all airwave messages while in flight are recorded, I would assume. But yeah, something is going to be leaked. 3 things to be exact. And this will be kind of the straw that breaks the camel's back where she flees and goes into hiding. No one's going to be able to get statements from her. And then remember this guy, this earth sign guy that's like the fixer-upper, the fixer. This guy's going to almost be like her mouthpiece, is what I'm picking up. You won't be able to get to her. What else would you like for me to relay as a message for today? Okay, so he just pointed to C, so I'm going to assume this is Candace. And then I got a reference to the age of 16, and I heard him say, remember who you are. Freedom of speech, and something with his father figure. So, I heard him say something about protection. So he's protecting her from the spirit realm, Candace, saying thank you. I also feel a huge apology for not seeing this sooner. And maybe he personally thought he felt abandoned by adversity, struggle, and alienation, or she did, Candace. He's apologizing for something isolating. Learning lessons, I heard him just say, about manipulation and rivalry. Back to the number 9 I'm seeing. So September 9th, wanting to talk about correspondence. Maybe a lawyer has these official text messages that are going to put the nail in the coffin for Erika and have her found out. She's going to try and play the martyr, is what I just heard. Cold, anxious, and overwhelmed right now. He's like, keep going. You're on the right track. Well, more people come forward about Erika grooming young people. Yes. And perhaps there's someone that has passed away in this network. The mother is going to come forward. I feel like a case is already building. I think there's a lawyer secretly investigating and an investigator. All the ins and outs. Okay, now let's talk about the flights. There's a King of Wands that's popping out at me who's like a leader energy that tried to get creative with covering up flight logs or the back and the forth and making it confusing or making it look like what it wasn't, an illusion. This person's going to get tangled up and tongue-tied in which way to go. My advice here is that we pray for everyone involved, knowingly and unknowingly, in the cover up with the flight logs, also with the children, the grooming, the trafficking. Um, Send love and light and pray from your heart that God speaks through these people, that He wakes them up. He wakes up their consciousness and conscience to speak truth and to not cover up the darkness of what's been going on, the hidden forces that fuel this horrible, horrible machine. Did Erika know you were going to be murdered the night before? She knew 2 days before. For sure, confirmation 2 days before. He said he felt it in his bones. That's why they got in a fight the night before his death. And that's why he admitted he was unhappy and wanted a separation. What? It's crazy. Are there any last messages you'd like to give us? I really feel a sense of territorial protection over his camp, people that he wants to look out for spiritually. He's coming to them in very vivid dreams with precognitive warnings, messages, things like that. And I feel like he is like a mountain-sized type of energy right now in a warrior spirit that is like fighting the good fight of the good army of this spiritual war. Within 2 months, I'm hearing him say there's going to be some type of vindication and that everyone's doing a really great job because Erika is sweating bullets. She's so overwhelmed, so anxious, wrought with fear. She's going to crack, he says. She can't keep it up. It's wearing on her spirit, what's left of it anyway. She's living beyond her means as well. She has a lack of purpose, he said. She's lost her way. She's lost and confused by her charity of poor choices. What a poetic way to put it. Um, yeah, reckless spending, I heard. Maybe with his company. Maybe reckless. I'm also seeing the number 9, so maybe reckless spending the day before as well of his passing. Something off about 9/9, September 9th, like just her behavior, what she spent, the text messages, who she was corresponding with. There's a lot in the investigation that will be revealed. Not to mention flights that don't make sense, cover-ups, airwaves, recordings. And I do feel like he's worried about his son. He's worried about the stability of him and the hardship of his father's loss in his life, what it's creating for the child. It's almost like I feel like Gigi or his sister is getting most of the attention, and maybe some DNA stuff is coming out, and this will make him feel even further isolated when he's older. So, I do feel that there is support and spiritual protection on the other side from Charlie, even if this isn't um, true DNA, like his biological father. I still feel a sense of loyalty and connection to him. And I do feel like Erika has the son quite manipulated, brainwashed a bit. Same with the daughter. Yeah, mind control plays a role with the children. And then he's like disgraced by, is she getting donations and having these weird public, it's almost giving like those old 90s telethons, like for a cause, but the money is going to something nefarious. He's really disgusted with this because it's under his name. So yeah, he's telling me to remind everyone to send out messages of love. Send prayers that the people involved, both knowingly and unknowingly, speak up, have the courage and boldness to speak up and to stop the covering up, the scrubbing of all the details leading up to the moment of his death. All right, so I'm going to keep it open-ended, and if I feel called to do a part 4, I will. I'm going to try and post at least every day this week. So, I'm doing clients and readings intermittently in between every day. So I will do my best, but I'm going to try and be on here much more. So love and light. Thanks for holding space for me.